Nigel Farage has warned Leave supporters Brexit was under threat due to Boris Johnson's leadership in a furious rant. Brexit Party leader Nigel Farage argued Brexit was under significant threat as he criticised Boris Johnson and his leadership on Brexit. Mr. Farage posted a video to his Twitter page arguing Brexiteers were leaving Number 10, following the departure of key advisers Dominic Cummings and Lee Cain. The Brexit Party leader claimed the Prime Minister was unable to make decisions himself and highlighted many of the fears he had for Boris Johnson's Brexit Britain. Mr. Farage claimed Boris Johnson would be influenced by Remainers around him and the pressure from U.S. President Joe Biden. He also insisted Boris Johnson should not be compared to dominating political figures, Winston Churchill or Margaret Thatcher. Mr. Farage said, "So who is really going to influence Boris Johnson over the course of the next days and weeks? I say influence because the one thing I know about Boris Johnson personally from trying to work with him is that he simply cannot make decisions. He is always worried about short-term unpopularity. A Winston Churchill or Margaret Thatcher he most certainly is not." Mr. Farage also highlighted why he believed the people around Boris Johnson may influence him against Brexit. Mr. Farage said, "The big influences now, with Dominic Cummings gone and Lee Cain gone, is, of course, going to be Queen Carrie Symonds and Allegra Stratton. Ms. Stratton is the new press woman, the boss of press. On a personal level she is absolutely delightful. She used to write for Guardian, used to work for the BBC, says she voted Leave. I wouldn't be quite so sure. These will now be the influences on Boris Johnson. You can add to that Joe Biden is going to become the next U.S. president and has said already that the UK's relationship with the US will depend on how happy Brussels and Dublin are with a deal. You can see right now that Brexit is in great peril." Mr. Farage also addressed Boris Johnson supporters who have said that the Prime Minister will fulfill his Brexit promises. He said, "To all those saying that Boris Johnson is absolutely determined to deliver the right kind of Brexit, well, we heard that with Mrs. Theresa May.